Recently, a sightings team traveled to South America, where we investigated several claims of paranormal activity. In Peru, ancient mythology is filled with legends about flying ships and alien visitors with secret knowledge. And there is evidence that these legends may have a basis in fact.
I believe that within the recorded history of mankind, particularly in Peru, there has been a interaction with the intelligence behind the phenomena commonly called unidentified flying objects.
For thousands of years, this place has been a sacred place, a place recognized by different ancient cultures. This is also an area where many sightings of UFOs have been recorded. It is an area which is frequented by these types of contacts, and these encounters have undoubtedly been occurring since time immemorial.
Peru's premier UFO researcher challenges the idea that alien visitation is a new phenomenon, born during the American saucer craze of the late 1940s. Sixto Paz believes that extraterrestrials have been making contact for thousands of years, and Peru is where they came first.
When you reach the desert in the south of Peru, you see big lines and large designs that can be seen from space. Maybe contact with extraterrestrials gave our ancestors a reason for creating them. These designs were like an offering or a way of demonstrating that there was a connection to something high above.
Some researchers believe that the ancient Peruvian legend of the god Viracocha may have been based on a real person, a person from another planet. According to legend, Viracocha emerged from the ocean, not far from the place where we find the Nazca lines. From there, he traveled throughout South America, teaching science, engineering, and art. After his work was done, Viracocha is said to have departed from Chilca, Peru, on a flying cloak.
The god Viracocha came to that very place, to the ocean right opposite Chilca, and sank into the sea. It was thought that this is the very place the gods make their home. What we do know is that today many of the people living in this area experience frequent sightings of objects that come out of the ocean.
We were walking towards the ocean, and at the edge of the horizon of the sea, there was a light that kept on growing and growing and growing and passed over us like a flash at a tremendous speed.
Chilca is a spiritual center and a gathering place for UFO experiencers who believe that the same phenomenon that brought Viracocha here is still occurring.
Here in Chilca, I saw a ship descend with my very own eyes. I saw it land behind some hills. The ship was shaped like a hat. I was able to observe its lights. The strongest colors were yellow, red, and orange.
William Gomez is a leading Peruvian UFO researcher. Like Sixto Paz, Gomez and his group use meditation techniques to make contact with what they believe are extraterrestrial visitors.
What I have been able to understand from them in several messages that our group has received is that the vibrations emanating from us here at Chilca are what makes it possible for them to come here and interact with us.
You start to feel when they want to communicate with you. It might be in an apparition, in dreams, or other manifestations. We get together in a group and do exercises, breathing, relaxation, concentration, and meditation.
These groups believe that they have made contact on many occasions, but in recent memory, none was more significant than the encounter of January 31st, 1987.
Approximately half an hour after we started meditating, we were in a relaxed state. We saw an orange-colored cloud hovering above the group. It was a very bright light, very bright.
In front of us, on top of several hills, there was clearly a craft. It was stationary. At that moment, Sisto asked us to keep supporting him with meditation while he ventured further into the desert.
Eyewitnesses claim that after Sixto Paz approached the UFO, he disappeared.
The spacecraft beamed light into the desert, which formed a sort of pulsating golden half-moon. From inside appeared a silhouette with arms outstretched. I understood they were telling me to approach them. Once I entered the light, I felt like my whole body was burning up. It was so intense, I had to close my eyes. But what I could see, what I could observe, was that this craft seemed to have entered the sea, and at some enormous depth, there were huge ships. According to them, the motherships had landed at the bottom of the ocean.
Sixto's contact with UFOs might be written off as pure fantasy if it were not for a series of U.S. government reports confirming numerous UFO sightings off the coast of Peru.
We find that in the waters off the coast of Central and South America, both in the Atlantic and the Pacific, that there are numerous reports of UFOs going into the water. Definitely something is going on in the waters off the coast.
Clifford Stone has been documenting UFO encounters around the world for more than 2 decades.
We haven't been able to recognize what their agenda or plan is for planet Earth. But I do believe that there is definitely a desired interaction between them and mankind as a whole on this planet.
After 21 years of contact that we've experienced, it's always been positive, and all the cases we've researched have had positive intentions.
The beings we've contacted are very friendly. One can say they have an older brother attitude towards us, and they're trying to, in a way, make sure we don't make the same mistakes they have probably made in the past with their civilization. They're trying to make us aware that our planet is beautiful and that we must care for it for the future.
Ever since I was a small boy, there was a curiosity in me, deep inside, that there could be life on other planets. And also, I was sure there would not be negative beings. That they had to be coming to Earth for some positive reason.
During our trip to Peru, we received information from several sources about a Peruvian Air Force pilot who had tailed and then fired on an unidentified flying object. The military authorities in Peru have not cooperated so far with the sightings investigation into the incident.